We had some good laughs here. Welcome in, everybody, to this to the Scarlet and Blue show. If you want to know what Garrison's laughing about, know what we're laughing about. I'm sure he'll send it to you.
Yeah, just if you need to, just go on my profile, look for Jeff T. Look for 520 podcast with Jeff Teague in it. Oh, my profile.
Episode. It's a wild profile. Stay away from it. Episode 107, I think we're at. Scarlet and Blue show. We got lots to talk about. Let's roll.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness! One man. Goodbye. Hello, Heisman.
And most especially in 310 days in Ann Arbor, Michigan, on the football field.
Touchdown, no flag. Samuel cuts it back. Ohio State wins. Here's the run again. Donovan Edwards. Whoa, can they catch him? No, Donovan Edwards again. The down.
Boom. All right.
I pull myself together.
Pull yourself together again and tell us about SDB.
SDB, man, stock the bar vodka by our guy Daryl, black owned here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Listen, man, if you need to find it, if you're in the state of Michigan, you need to find it. Go to your local Family Fair, Meijer, Walgreens, see if that Walmart or Walgreens, see if they have it. If they do have it in stock, please go buy it. Some of the proceeds actually goes to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Boys and
Girls Club. I actually contributed that. Yeah, man, and we do it for the kids.
Do it for the kids, indeed. And
our
then
lives are a collection of experiences, moments of happiness or times of great loss. First homes, new babies, property loss, even heartache. Knowing that your insurance provider is always close by offers comfort. At Farm Bureau Insurance, the experience you get with our local trusted advisors is different. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
Oh, there we go. There it is. All right, it's been a minute, but good to be back, my friends. Lots to talk about.
Yeah.
Lots to talk about. An absolute BTA, B2A again in the Tournament of Roses.
I like that B2A because it happened 2 times. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was belt 2, but I see what you also did there. Yeah. That's good. And then we've got obviously Michigan beat Alabama. It was just a fantastic game. Loved it. And then you guys got hook 'em horns, baby. Hook 'em horns.
Oh God. You ever seen shoot, what's that Marine movie? I'll look it up while you talk.
The Marine.
No.
Okay. Well, while you look it up, I feel like this also sets you up nicely. Let's talk about the Rose Bowl here. I know it feels like forever ago now. Do you want to thank Michigan now, or do you want to wait till national championship? When would you like to officially start this? Thank you.
4.
Whipping you all in shape, getting you ready for this.
No.
You ain't doing this if you would have won November 30th.
I don't know that. I don't know that. Listen, dude. Unless you're some type of fortune teller, unless you're you know, so you're a prophet of college football. No.
Ooh, I've been called that.
No, I think right now the prophet on this show is me. The way I broke down your team months in advance, but I was just wrong about one thing this season.
The game of Columbus.
I don't know.
Two things, 3 things, 4 things, 5 things. All right, so you don't want to thank Michigan, but
who I'm going to thank? I'm going to thank is this coaching staff. I'm going to thank guys like I'm going to specifically thank Caleb Downs because in the player-led meeting after that game, he's the one who led the charge. He's the one they said was speaking. That's who I'm thankful for in this. I'm thankful for JJ that we got to this point. I'm very thankful for Will Howard, the leader he is, the player he is. Bryce, if you remember back before the season when we got him and we saw like some of the talk going on around Will Howard, I was the guy from the get-go saying, "Well, I don't see the hate. I think he's going to be very good for us." And he exceeded my expectations. I think he exceeded yours also. So, barring anything crazy from happening, he's going to eclipse 40 touchdowns in this game. He's at 39 right now total. So, no, man, I'm thankful for a lot of guys in this program right now. Ross Bjork, I'm very thankful for him. Yeah. Hey, man, like Jim Trussell said, thank God that I'm an Ohio State Buckeye. He gave that guy. I want to thank God that he gave me the chance to be an Ohio State Buckeye because there's nothing like it.
Okay, well, pretty lousy. Thanks. We'll work on that for Michigan next week. But yeah, no, I will say, man, Will Howard seems like a really good dude. I'm not saying that tongue in cheek. Seems like a good dude. I'll give you that much for sure. But all right, well, give us a quick. I know you did voice college football, so you've had time to talk about this a little bit. But for those that missed it, give us. I texted you. I think I texted you at 14-0. I think
yes, you did.
Look.
I'll look right now. Keep talking. I got you.
Yeah. I've got it pulled up right here.
Okay, good.
I said WTF is this? No. I said yo. You said bro, and then I said WTF is this?
I didn't know what, dude. I didn't know how to respond to that. It was just I was getting a lot of text messages early in the game, and my response to you was very just like everyone else's. It was very short because I was in awe.
So
and
yeah, okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it was fun, dude. I was with my family. I should have had it up. I posted a video of me, my brother-in-law, my sister, my nephew, my mom, and we're all OSU geared up. Dad had the gray JJ jersey on, and I'm screaming OH, and you just hear the household. IO. Angelique doing the gun signals because we was popping them. You want to see a dead body? There's about 100 of them over on the Oregon sideline.
Oh, there's a lot of dead bodies over there.
A bunch of dead ducks. I was in awe.
So we were watching, which I wish they would have almost. I guess you really can't hold off the game, but obviously Texas, Arizona State went to overtime. That was a fun ending. So we were watching that, and my dad didn't have YouTube TV, which is so annoying. So you can't watch both. But we didn't turn it on. I know we didn't turn on the game, the Rose Bowl, until Oregon had their first snap. And so we turned on TV, and we're like, wait, Oregon's got the ball. What happened? Is there a minute? Why is there a minute off the clock? We didn't even see that y'all scored. We thought it was still 0-0. This was Oregon's first time having the ball. And then I went back on Twitter and I saw it. And then obviously you didn't have to watch too much longer to realize this game was never close.
Yeah. And
So what happened? Like what was it? Just Jeremiah Smith and just inability to guard him? Was it? I know they had G. Scott had that first that second down catch too.
That was the first play of the game.
Yeah.
Yes. And I bet you, Bryce, because and I'm happy you said that because I was thinking about this earlier today. Clearly, this is more of what you're seeing right now is Chip Kelly's scheme with Ryan Day's philosophy. You're seeing a lot of gap. We've talked about it a lot. Most Buckeyes have. We're running gap scheme, a lot of counters on the run, pulling a lot of guards, moving the offensive line, getting our quarterback out of the pocket. That's Chip. What else are we doing? Those route concepts are are Ryan Day's. Those are Ryan Day's route concepts. And I think like on that first play, the last person on your mind to get the ball is G. Scott, and they knew that.
Yeah,
they knew that. I thought from that moment, Mello, like when I knew we were gonna win the game, Bryce. Did you watch the whole game in its entirety? Most of it, I'm guessing, the first half. That hit from Lathan Ransom. Yeah, that hit from Lathan Ransom.
It's pop.
By the way, like during the broadcast, did you hear what that did to Jordan James?
No,
dude, something with his spine got hurt, nerves, upper neck, all from that hit. So mind you, in the last 2 games, Lathan Ransom has taken out both starting running backs of the opponent. But even though I don't wish injury on anybody,
of course.
But no, I think it was like hard hitting defense. I watched some of the all 22. What Jim Knowles is doing with that secondary is insane. Like there was one play, Bryce, where Oregon came out with 5 wide receivers, empty set. We had 5 DBs out there, Lathan Ransom and Caleb Downs at safety, and Cody Simon. Cody hovered around like a QB spy. Caleb Downs came down to the middle of the field to watch everything. You have Lathan back, but everyone was a man and no one got open. The team is playing at a very different level right now. And I think we all have a tendency to, and understandably, a tendency to talk about the offense, when in reality, the defense is the conversation for me right now. And then, I mean, you had Jaden Fielding making a 46-yarder.
Where was that?
He damn sure can't go 56. Mm-hmm. But no, it's that was the most complete game this team has played all season. And the truth of the matter is, if we wanted to, we could have dropped 60 on them.
That's even generous, I'd say.
Yeah, I had to double take that tweet you had about how good Oregon played in the second half. I said, Bryce can't.
Yeah, dude, I got so much crap for that.
I probably, yeah.
Your response probably triggered.
Yeah, okay, all right. I was gonna say about what you. I was like, no, I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, I probably was responsible for that.
I just made a joke. I said that Dan Lanning made some good adjustments because he held you guys to 7 points in the second half. It was 34-7 at halftime or whatever.
34-8.
34-8. Yeah. Oh, you guys could have scored 60, no problem.
Yeah. And so I mean, Tennessee put up more of a fight than they did. So
go ahead.
I was gonna say, just to see them go from that game to this game has been very eye popping.
Yeah. So you're it's funny too, because you guys were real tight at the beginning of the season, you and Oregon, and then they got you halfway through the season, and then and now I'll say this: they can't say a word. That game is now irrelevant. Earlier this season,
Oregon fans I keep having Duck fans like tweeted me 32-30. Was it 31-30? 31, whatever the score was.
They can't.
What?
Do that.
Like you're and then like one Duck fan, actually it's the same one. He decides to say Ryan Day is 2-6 versus Oregon and Michigan. One.
Wait, 2-6?
No, hold, Bryce. We're gonna get there. All
right.
Who the hell put you guys in the same sentence to Michigan for us?
Good boy. Yep.
2, maybe like I say on this platform all the time, our platform all the time, Bryce. Google is free. Yahoo is free. Bing is free. Google Black is free. Safari is free.
True. All true.
Ryan Day doesn't have a win against Michigan. 2-6.
Oh, yeah, that's tough. Because that's what I was doing the math in my head. I was like, wait.
A little Big Ten newbies. I understand you guys are new to this. Secondly, how dare you ever even think to put your name in the same breath as another Big Ten blue blood, let alone a blue blood in general, aka the biggest rival we have, and it's the biggest rivalry in sports.
Yep.
I see you guys as clear competition, not a rival. I look at Michigan State more than a rival than I do you.
Clip that.
I don't get.
I agree.
I used to think that 2021 first half against Michigan State was the most perfect half of football I've ever seen. No, Oregon, it's what we did to you just last week. That was the most. Oh my gosh! Like it was just you guys showed that you didn't belong on the field with us at that moment in time.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Because then the question becomes this and we can talk about. Actually, I know we'll talk about this in the offseason, but I think it's still fun to talk about now. How much better, and you know that team better than I do because you studied them closer last week, and I know you've gone back and forth with them. Tell me this: how much better do you think they can get with everything that they had? Because that's a decent offensive line with some experienced guys, right? And then the quarterback is a freaking 6-year senior who I think is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Talented wide receiver core. I mean, I don't know, where does their defense rank? Like, wasn't the defense pretty solid?
It's solid.
Okay. They've got athletes.
It's not better than the Tennessee's.
Okay. So they can get better. You're saying Oregon can get significantly better.
Bryce, like I said, I told you on this show, if we play our A game, they have a snowball and hell's chance.
No, I'm thinking more just like going ahead, like next coming years. I just feel like this was their year.
You need more depth. And you can't have 5'9" cornerbacks.
Yeah, and I know they got some solid corners this year coming in. All right.
Homecoming.
What?
Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you. What's your next question? I'm ready to talk about Texas, but what's your next question?
All right, last question is then.
I love your questions.
Thank you. Where does Dan Lanning stand right now?
At the foot of Ryan Day.
Good point. Okay, touche.
So somewhere drowning in the Olin Tangi. I don't know.
The point I'm trying to get at is this: he was crowned. He was crowned something earlier. Maybe it was
he is
the
the second
last season.
He's the second best coach in the Big Ten. He's the second best coach in the Big Ten.
That yet.
Who's second?
Boy, I mean, I think there's a couple. I think Cignetti.
I'm gonna say no to Cignetti because I saw him. That game against Penn State looked like they weren't even trying. That pissed me off. That game actually pissed me off. You were down and punting near the 50-yard line.
Wait, what are you talking about?
When Indiana played. I'm sorry, Notre Dame.
Oh, Notre Dame.
Yeah, I didn't. I hated the way I hate what he did in that game.
Okay, fair to be critical about game plan. I just think Indiana had a bunch of JMU transfers and some MAC guys. And
I don't like when people do that. I don't like it because then when you do that, we are then. What's the word I'm trying to use here? We are, for lack of words, the word I want to use is I'm missing. We're kind of dissing the guy just because he got a good job, and the reason he got that job was because he was because he was the DC of 2 national championships, and 2 of them being one of the greatest defenses we've seen in college football history. So I don't.
Yeah,
just because he has talent, like no, I don't because then. No, I don't like that. I just don't like when we down other coaches because they are in positions that other people aren't. It'd be like if you were at some like a Forbes top company and you have another guy who's selling cars and you're both salesmen, but like that guy, like the guy's there for a reason.
Yeah, but I don't think that doesn't mean you can't rank somebody higher or lower because of that, though.
And I'm sorry, and that was Cignetti's first real big job.
Yep. So you're saying because Cignetti didn't take another job before?
I mean, that's his own problem. I mean, that's got nothing to do with me. I'm just saying that just because you have one great year at Indiana does not make you a better coach than a guy who's been a head coach at a higher level than you. Doesn't make you better.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
think if you
same.
win though at the levels you're at, like he won at JMU. He was
Do you
really good at JMU.
do you think Jim Harbaugh is a better coach than Urban Meyer?
A better like overall football coach? Yes. Oh, for sure. That didn't go the way you thought, did it?
No, I mean, there's I mean, because here's the thing: when you do that, the only thing you're going to be able to point to is his what he's done in the NFL. Which in reality, there's only one way you can succeed in the NFL, and that's winning the Super Bowl. So in reality, and like I've always
Yeah, but
said,
there
I
are
don't
tiers
want
of success. There are tiers of success.
not in the NFL, not in the NFL, not in the NFL. And and NFL players say that all the time. There's not tiers of it in the NFL. Like it's not like baseball where they hold on, hear me out. No, it's not like baseball where they celebrate winning pennants of your division. In the NFL, when you keep winning your division but you don't get to a Super Bowl or win a Super Bowl, they're gonna like God. They don't sit there and celebrate your division wins. They don't celebrate they don't celebrate that. So like they don't.
I mean,
Bryce.
you're right. At the end of the day,
like
if you're going to say, "Oh, I'm a great football player and I never got the ring," you're right. You're right. You need to get a Super Bowl ring to be considered amongst the greats, sure. But there are levels of success that coaches have. Urban Meyer had almost zero success in the NFL. Nick Saban had a hard time mustering up any success.
Context matters.
Yes.
For Nick Saban, because he wanted to get Drew Brees, and the medical staff there at the time for the Dolphins didn't want to draft him, and because of his height, so they passed up on Drew Brees, and there you go.
Yep, and they were maxed out the salary cap for sure.
But either way.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think
Dan Lanning. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I can't believe how everyone crowned him before the season began, and kudos, he won the Big Ten. Like that's you can't. I'm not trying to be a hater, but if I was being a hater, you can't ignore that. So I'll give him credit there.
Oh, you can't.
You can't. You cannot.
Yes.
Not
13-0. You can't ignore 13-0 Big Ten champs. You can't ignore
that. Nope. But it just feels like he's getting put on this close to the same level of those that have won national championships, which now there's only a few of those. So
and honestly, and that's why like I go so hard sometimes for Ryan Day, because when people were talking about Dan Lanning being better than Ryan Day, it baffles me. When people say that what's his nuts in Alabama, Kalen DeBoer is better than Ryan Day.
Oh, I agree.
I think you shit, not this season. Okay.
No, you pick one season, sure.
At Alabama, dude. You took how many L's at Alabama this season? 4. That's a 4. Right, hold on. That's a 4-loss season. That's a 4-loss season.
You're talking about the
at Alabama? Too? Yes, that's a 4-loss season, dude.
Yeah, not a great season. But you're also ignoring the fact they took Washington to a national championship, and he's won everywhere. He's built programs.
And while you're at Washington, you played with a lot. You had a lot of kids that weren't your recruits. They weren't yours.
That's fine. That's what Ohio State has right now.
You had Mike. No, these are all Ryan Day's players. What are you talking about? You had
some of your top contributors are all transfers.
No, Bryce, listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying the guys that he had before there, like guys like Penix, guys like Odunze, guys like on that offensive line, they were all there prior to when he got there. All except for Penix. All except for Penix.
I was going to say, Penix. And Odunze.
And I'm not sitting here. And this is not me saying that he's not one of the best coaches in college football. My problem is that I think you have an affinity for saying that because of what Jim Harbaugh did at Michigan and building the team up, and you put a lot of emphasis on that. But again, what you can't do is sit here and the guy who's gotten his job because of his past record. Ryan Day was behind Chip Kelly for a very long time, had NFL.
You're saying me putting somebody above Ryan Day is not dissing him.
No. I said, what has he done to deserve being called Because when you nitpick, you gotta start going to accolades. Tell me what he's done that Ryan Day hasn't done.
Kalen DeBoer. I think he's won with less. He's done more with less.
So
he's built programs. He's rebuilt programs. He's found success.
So wait, all right, and that's my point. You hold it against
piece.
Wait, so you hold
it
against
you're taking
Ryan.
it as me holding it against him. I'm not holding it against Ryan Day. I'm giving the advantage
what does Ryan Day have to do? What does Ryan Day have to do for you to say he's a better coach than Kalen DeBoer?
We've talked about this. We've talked about this.
Maybe I forgot.
Ryan Day has not had to rebuild or build a program.
Wait, okay. Answer.
That's why. So the sample size.
Nobody.
Isn't there.
I get that. I'm asking you a very specific question. What does Ryan Day have? Because maybe I forgot what your answer was. What does Ryan Day have to do?
Win a national championship.
You to say that's all he has to do? So all right. No, it's not that. I just don't see how you can see a guy with Alabama talent go 9-4 and then say he's a better coach than Ryan Day. But that's fine.
Well, they lost a lot too, so he had
Ohio State loses. Bro, Ohio State loses.
No, you did not lose that. You lost almost
nobody. I said it every year. For most of my life, bro, we lose players. It doesn't matter. We still win games.
New era of college football, though. We all know that. He
had Alabama. You still had Alabama talent. He still brought in transfers. You went 9-4, bro. You lost to two unranked teams. One of them, Bryce. Wait. 30. Whoa. That Oklahoma loss. Come on, bro.
Garrison, you guys went 10-2. He went 9-3 this year.
Bryce,
so let's not
wait.
Crazy.
Okay. Where is he right now?
Who?
On Kalen DeBoer. He's on the couch somewhere eating popcorn, watching my team.
And so would Ryan Day if it wasn't for a 12-team playoff.
No, but okay, well, and if my aunt has stones, she'd be my uncle. I don't care.
So next year when it goes up to 16 teams, Alabama would have been in, and they could still be playing.
One second. Who do you believe are the best coaches in college football?
All right, now it's got to be Kirby one.
But okay. Keep going. And you have Kirby there because of the 2 national championships. Go next.
Yep.
Who's number 2?
I need a list of coaches here. I like Sark.
So you have Sark over Ryan Day.
I used to have Lincoln Riley over Ryan Day, but he has taken some steps back.
Wait, you have Sark over Ryan Day.
I'm trying to think what he's done.
Let me just get this. Let me just get this right. Simply because Ryan Day has never had to build a program is why you have him. Simply because of that is why you have him behind guys like Kalen DeBoer.
He's never had to build a program, and his best win before this run, which this run's been impressive, man. Before beating Oregon, his best win was Penn State. And he's
No, it wasn't.
You don't think it was? It was.
This season?
Clemson 2020?
Yeah. Bryce, he dog walked a 2-time national champion. Yes.
And then got dog walked in the national championship.
Yeah, that's fine, dude. Dude, that was against one of the greatest teams ever played for college football, dude, in Alabama. That's fine. I'm sitting here, and also they had more games, like more practice together, more games together, so they were well more fit than we were at that moment in time as a team.
I heard that one.
Bryce, I would say that for anybody. If you played more games, you have more battle tested. Clearly they were. You've had more reps for your team. Clearly they did. Because would you agree that game reps mean a lot more than practice reps? Ohio State couldn't even practice for a while, Bryce. You got that's not a narrative. That's just like football 101.
All right.
A dumb person could come up with that. So I just.
Do you want to talk about this or do you want to talk about Texas? I'll gladly talk about this. I'll gladly talk about Texas.
I just think it's crazy to sit here and say that because someone hasn't built a program that they are then they are not better than someone else. But it's not like he built Washington. He didn't build Washington. So that's
Well, you're
That's almost
okay.
what I said.
You're wow. You are taking that to. He didn't build the school. He didn't start the
No,
football
no,
program.
Bryce. He didn't
But
build
the
He
program,
didn't
the
build.
program he took over in the state that it was in matters. That has to stand for something. That is part of being a college football coach. It's not Ryan Day's fault, but Ryan Day did not have to rebuild a program. He took over a program that averaged was 11.7 wins a season, like almost 12
Kalen
wins a
DeBoer.
season.
Kalen DeBoer got there in 21, right? No, in 20. No, he got there in 21. No, 22, right? He got there in 22. The year before that, they had a gym coach, Jimmy Lake. He went 4-8. The year before that, he went 3-1 in the COVID season. Bryce,
They
2019,
went
8-5.
4-8.
2019, 8-5. 2018, 10-4. 2017, 10-3. 2016, 12-2. This is all Chris Peterson. That's the guy who built that program, Bryce.
Oh, Chris Peterson.
Kalen DeBoer,
That's a great coach.
Chris Peterson.
Chris
That's
Peterson.
fine.
That's a
Kalen
great
DeBoer's
coach.
not him. Kalen DeBoer's not him.
Kalen DeBoer did something that he never did.
Bro, you can't be there for 2
Although
years and
that's
say
not
that
true.
you built a program.
2016.
You can't be somewhere for 2 years and then say that he built the program. You can't. Okay, let's move on.
All right.
Not 2 years, bro.
Texas.
Not 2 years.
Well,
Yes,
look at what happened at Fresno before that.
I've got a lot. So,
just folks at home, look what happened. Look at his record at Fresno.
Fresno's had success before him, bro.
Oh, it's true. Powerhouse Fresno Bulldogs.
No, but they've had success before he ever came there, though.
Okay,
so
cool. Most programs have, unless you're Indiana.
But before I get going with this, is there any questions you have for about Ohio State, Texas that you want me to answer? I have a lot, and maybe I'll answer your questions with some of the things I have written down.
Yeah, so I asked Jared, my good pal Jared. We spoke with Jared before the Michigan-Texas game. So I said, Jared, what do the Horns need to do to beat Ohio State? I need you here. And I said, send me some gear. And so he had a couple thoughts. And I'll be curious to see what you think and if you agree with this. So
okay,
he started off saying that the biggest thing was that you guys got off to a hot start against Oregon and against Tennessee. He says if you guys can hold them and prevent them from getting off to a hot start, that'll be the key.
Him saying if Texas can.
If Texas can hold Ohio State to a slow start. Okay. Or not allow a hot, quick, fast start.
Right.
And then he said no dumb penalties. Then the other matchup he mentioned, is it Jade Barron?
Yeah, Jade Barron. Jade Barron.
Thorpe winner. Going up against, let's call him the Blindikoff. He didn't win it. Who won it? Who won it this year?
Travis Hunter did, dude.
Oh yeah, that's garbage. All right,
made no sense.
Jeremiah Smith is the best receiver. So arguably the best defensive back versus the best receiver. That'll be a matchup to watch. Your thoughts?
Go look if you look at the Texas schedule, what you'll find on there is that they haven't really faced any elite wide receiver units this season.
Michigan's, but go ahead.
Or anyone. Yeah, it must have been a close game then, huh? But I really want to know. I think this is a game where we're going to see just how good their defense is, because when they finally face some really good offenses. Because here's the thing: Clemson is the best offense they had seen to that point. Okay, that was the best offense they had seen to that point. Passing.
Would you consider
passing wise?
Passing. Okay, I was just thinking Georgia with Carson back, but.
No,
maybe not.
No. That's a quarterback that throws a lot of interceptions and a wide receiver unit that leads the nation in drop passes.
That's a crazy stat, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that in their game against Notre Dame.
That was the sole reason why I was confused why people had Georgia beating Notre Dame.
Yeah, well, I had Notre Dame.
I thought it was simple. Yeah, I thought it was simple. But Cade Klubnik went out there and had the greatest game of his life. 300 plus yards. And then you go against Arizona State, who has a really good offense, a quarterback who can really run, not really throw the ball, but throw the ball well enough. And then Scatterboo being one of the best running backs in college football. and they get off against you. And a lot of it has to do with the second half.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. But and so I do agree with what he said. Your friend Jared, our friend Lawson, he's been saying this for a few years now. He goes, because when we talk about like the Ohio State Michigan game, he always says what a lot of teams can't do is that you have to get past that first quarter with Ohio State. You have to weather that storm, and if you can't, you're losing. You're not coming back against them. And I think that means more even now because of Ohio State's defense.
Yeah, I would say that's more of a testament to your defense than offense. I've said this all season. I think your defense is freaking legit.
Oh, it's yeah. I mean, like I just want to point this out to you, like when it comes to Texas, because Texas scores early too. That's what they do. They score fast and score quick. Here's the problem: their second half. Everyone's seeing this, and I agree with it also. When Texas goes off script, it's not there. And then second half adjustment wise, it looks like they fall off also. Against Clemson, they got out. I mean, Texas scored 21 points in the second quarter, which kind of got them really got them there leading the game. Or it really got them to leading the game.
28-10 by halftime.
And then they got outscored 14-10 in the second half. Arizona State outscored them 21-7. Before the halftime. I mean before the overtime.
Yeah, 16 points in the fourth quarter.
So, and with Ohio State is still the best second half team in the country, and flying away is the best second half team third quarter team in the country. Flying away. I think before the playoffs they gave up less than a point in the third quarter. So, I think this game comes down to whose defense do you trust to stop the others, and who can get going in the second half. And I think that's Ohio State. Texas they average 70 plays a game. They don't really quick strike you. They have to drive down the field. Something I want to point out to you here, Bryce, because I don't believe trying to drive down the field is the way to beat Ohio State. You have to hit big plays over the top. So Texas off like their EPA on rush, okay? They average I'm sorry, expected points added. So like points per play, right? So Wiesner, they're the number one running back. Negative 0.01 EPA per rush attempt. Blue, their second string running back. They're like a duo.
Yep.
Negative 0.06. Now, just for comparison, so you understand like this how bad this is. Quinshawn is at 0.05. Travion's at 0.24.
Okay.
Dude, if you can't run the ball, if you struggle to run the ball already, and now you're going against the best rush defense in the country at all levels, and I want to get your thought on this. I told Sam from College Ball with Sam this yesterday. Ohio State right now at every position group on defense, from D-line to linebacker to secondary, is top 10 in position groups all across the country right now, easily. Okay. In the secondary, in the secondary is 1. D-line is easily top 3.
Yep.
So, a lot of people have been talking about how does Texas stop Ohio State the offense? No, the question is how is Texas score on Ohio State?
Yeah. I would agree with that because that's the other note, and I'm thinking now is that Jared also said that they are the best defense that you will have faced all year, which
not even close. Right. Not even close. I had a Texas fan in a space. It was in a Best Damn Media space. Shout out to those guys, Cam, Truther, Mike, and all of them. He said that he thinks Georgia's defense is better than Ohio State's. That same Georgia defense that gave up 40 plus to Georgia Tech got ran through. I don't think Texas fans understand how good this defense is.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm having a hard time disagreeing with that because I've been high on that defense all year. Yeah. Are you worried about?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Are you worried about Will Howard being 0-4 against Texas?
No, because he's not playing. He's not playing with thumbtacks, paper clips, and wet tissue paper.
Don't disrespect the Wildcats of Kansas State. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I'm just saying, dude. And if you don't mind, I want to show you this graphic real quick, okay?
Go
like
for it.
just to and for our viewers, so they can see just how good Ohio State is right now. Here you go. You can see it, correct? Dude, look at that. Look at this. I don't know.
Oh, so their defense isn't that far behind you?
No. But then the question comes into play. When you have faced real offenses, what happened? Now I can tell you what Ohio State did to Oregon. I can tell you what happened there. But that's why I say I want to see. Like Jadon, I want to see it. Baron, I want to see it. All 5'11" of you, I want to see it. And the question becomes, I think Cardinal Tate's gonna have a really good game, a really big game, part to play in this game. Because I think, depending on the side, they're gonna give more help for Emeka and over the middle, and also Jeremiah on the outside. They play a 3-4 defense. They play more zone than man. Smart. But you have to account for that because there's going to be zones. Really good wide receivers can find the pockets and zones, right?
Yep.
I want to see just how good their defense is. They have They have Simmons on the edge. Really good freshman. Won freshman of the year. Don't know how. He had a really good season. Still don't know how. Do you think Texas's offense is better than Oregon's? I would say no.
It's hard to say that after what we saw at the Rose Bowl. No.
I mean, but like I said, we have a full year of data.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I think. Yeah, I don't think this one looks good.
I mean, dude. Quinn's been sacked 27 times this season, and they're not healthy on the O line. This is not the O line that played you guys.
Yeah. The one thing, are you all concerned about this? Do you think that it's one or two options? One, you guys just rolling and you'll roll till you hoist that golden trophy, or two, because we talked about last episode how hard it is to string together 2 great games, and even Notre Dame, they look good. How good is Georgia? I don't really know. Penn State, Boise State, really hard to tell. You guys, and obviously Texas, struggled in the second half. You guys reeled together 2 games. No turnovers. Actually, you may have had turnovers, but no, you know what I mean?
We had that one pick against Tennessee that got tipped up.
Yeah. So no back-breaking, game-changing turnovers, mistakes, anything.
No
and all
sacks.
concerned that it's going to come back around. Or are you guys just rolling right now?
So I have the score right now somewhere around 30-23.
Covering the 5.5.
They're gonna cover that 5.5.
I think so.
They're gonna that's. I was, and I think this has been like a pretty wide sentiment. I'm surprised that's the line.
That'd be more. Yeah, it is in Texas. It's in Dallas.
And I think, I think it's probably going to be like 70-30 Texas, easily.
No, especially you guys don't think he'll show up for this?
Weather. Have you seen the forecast in Dallas? In Texas? Bryce, you're supposed to get a foot of snow tomorrow.
Oh, is it really? Oh, I miss Texas. All right, didn't know that. That's hilarious. Yeah. All right, maybe not.
So,
you're right.
So I mean, if this game was outside, it'd be beautiful. But I just and I believe Texas is one of the top 5 teams in college football. Top 3. I think they're really good. I think if they were to win this game out, they would be my favorite to win the national championship. But I think we just look at how teams play. Look at the matchups. I don't, and simply because they can't run the ball effectively, I don't know how you win this game. And you're not like Ohio's. Like, the receivers you have are good. They're not Ohio State's.
Yeah,
they're not. And so I just. Look, and here's the bigger part. We talk about Ohio State's struggles in the field goal game, right?
I mean, they've got struggles.
Field goal conversion percentage. Ohio State 72%, Texas 64%.
How about that? Well, and
it's just
that Texas kicker almost lost in the game.
Yes. Now I will say this. FPI, and I tweeted about this, and this is why I hate the whole conversation behind the seedings and who had to play who and all of that. Bryce, every single team that has been higher rated or had the higher rated defense. I'm sorry, the higher rated team has always won these games, every single playoff game so far. And the team with the higher rated defense has won every game so far.
I like that. Common variables, common statistics.
Now here's another one. FPI has also picked every single winner. Who's the FPI favorite in this one?
Ohio State.
Texas.
No way. Really?
Yep.
Are you nervous?
Nope.
All right.
Because so FBI also figures in travel and all that. I think that's probably why. I see why it's there, but at the same time, no, that doesn't. FBI is usually right in a lot of things. This is a moment where I lean more on manalytics than analytics.
Okay.
So,
all right. I like that. Manalytics. Again, we got shirt ideas.
Manalytics, buddy.
All right. So my prediction is you cover the 5.5 again. 35-20. I want to throw up saying that.
No, I'm gonna give you mine. No, I already told you mine. 30-23.
Yep.
But this is my overwhelming stat. Okay. So remember, I said that Texas has to drive the ball in order, like they don't get big plays. That they're usually based on driving the ball, right? You can't do that and be 108th in red zone scoring against a number 2
good numbers
red zone defense. That is not how you win this game. That Bryce, that's why I don't know how they win. I think the only way that they win this game, if you ask me how did Texas win this game, I'll tell you 2 things happened. 3 things happened. The old line didn't play well. Will Howard had 2 interceptions. Will Howard had 2 turnovers, and our defense gave up big plays. Because I think what we've learned from this season is even when Will Howard has multiple turnovers, they're still in the game because of that defense. So we'll see how this game goes, man. Yeah, we'll see. But I'm around. Like I said, I'm picking 30-23. Would I be surprised if we beat them by 20? No.
Yeah. Shocked if you lose.
I'll be shocked if we lose, and I'll be the first one in here to rip Ryan Day.
Ooh,
I won't rip him, but I'll be very disappointed. I'll be very disappointed in him.
Yeah. Yep. Fair. Warranted. All right.
right now, they're playing like one of the best teams I've seen in the last few years. That's me being honest.
Yeah, they're rolling.
Now,
okay, let's talk about what really matters. What people really want to hear about. The Rely Quest Bowl champions, Garrison. That's what the people want to hear about. Do you have anything else on Ohio State?
No, I actually really want to talk about this because I want to. Maybe you will do this, but I want to go back to something we talked about before this game happened.
Ooh, okay. All right, a couple thoughts, and I can buzz through these, but what? He's being gross again. He's being gross again, people.
Sorry.
That was the weirdest 8-5 season in college football. And just being a fan, in many ways, it was amazing and it was awesome. And in many ways, it was frustrating as all get out. I think we're better than 8-5. Fortunately, there are some overwhelming circumstances we could not surpass. But going in to this offseason, what have I always said? I always said hope for college football fans is one of the greatest things you can have. It is better to be a 8-5 Michigan. I'll say this, better to be than a 10-3 Ole Miss. And full disclosure, I don't really know what's going on at Ole Miss, but the way that they ended their season, falling short of their goals, and just a bowl win against Duke, I think
I disagree in that, but I'm not mad at you saying that.
Okay. I think what the fans expect, can look forward to, can talk about, I think that's huge. I think that plays into, I don't know how much it plays into the team's success, because I think there are some teams who can block out the noise, but I think there's a lot of noise that does get in. And I think, if Sherrone Moore goes 6-6, loses to you guys, and, we play Bowling Green in the Quicken Lanes Bowl,
Which probably would have been a game.
Yeah, squeak out a win there. This isn't a very fun offseason. Instead, we knocked off you guys, knocked off the 11th ranked Alabama team. And you know me, first to say, bowl games don't matter. I don't look at this win. I jokingly say the Rally Quest Bowl champions. It's comical relief. I don't care about this bowl win. I'm not going to buy it.
Bryce, I would respect you if you went and bought the banner and put it in your background. I would respect you for that.
Garrison, I went online to buy a shirt. They were like $45 though. I was like, I'm not going to spend $45 on a Rely Quest Bowl t-shirt. But I do think the way the team looks is important. Two things on that note. One, defense is nasty. Defense is ferocious. We're down guys. Almost every one of those guys should be coming back next year. Throw in a couple additions, get Rod Moore back. That defense is going to be filthy. Held Ryan Williams 3 catches, 8 yards. Jeremiah Smith 5 catches, 35 yards.
And a touchdown.
This is my monologue right now. Wink Martindale. Again, I said this after your guys' game. Yeah. A lot of you owe him an apology. The guy is figuring it out. Has figured it out. And I want to say on this last point here, I want to say, quote, J.D. Pickell. Do you like J.D. Pickell?
Yeah.
I like J.D. Pickell. He said, this is the most gettable Michigan is ever going to be under Sherrone Moore. What do you think about that quote?
I mean, it's a take. I don't think it's some grandiose statement, bro. They went 8-5 or 8-4. Like, what are we talking about? Or 8-5. Yeah, it's not some grandiose. It ain't that hard to go. Listen, bro. It is not that hard. It shouldn't be hard for the University of Michigan to do better than 8-5 based on what we've seen in the past few years. So, is that some grandiose statement? Sure.
So okay.
Basically what I'm saying is, yeah, it's probably when you say the most gettable, I'm guessing he's saying he also means that they're not gonna have a season like this again.
So
I would
yeah.
All right, fine. No, dude, that's something grandiose. Like I said, it's not some wild, cool statement, dude. It ain't that hard. It shouldn't be hard for Michigan to be better than 8-5.
Okay, all right. I know. Yes.
And I'm not speaking like this to you. I'm just saying. I'm just talking in general. I know my voice can come off angry sometimes.
It does.
I'm just like, I'm just like, I just don't. Oh, stop it! I just don't think that Bryce,
No,
do you
and that's
expect to, do you with the record with the schedule you have next year? Do you expect to be better than 8-5 next season? Yes.
that's why I
Okay.
said this was a frustrating year and an awesome year. It's the weirdest year because we're way better than that.
No, you're not. You were definitely 8-5.
No, stop it. You shut your mouth. I want to say one last two. I got two last thoughts on the other side of the ball. Then time of possession 38-22. Everyone's critical about Michigan's offense, and boy, oh boy, most of it's justifiable. Yet coaches have figured out over the last two games how to win as opposed to lose from it. So we talked about, and this is the thing, Jaden Davis. Oof.
I was so happy when you. Wait, no. I need this for the airwaves. I need this on wax. Bryce, what did I ask you on Twitter?
Yeah, I don't think you're listening to my quote. I said before the game, I said, if he doesn't play in this game and get meaningful snaps, he ain't ready for this.
But before that, I told you he's never going to start a game for you guys. You said no.
I didn't say that. I said we don't have a sample size. I don't care what you say because I do care what you say.
I gave
as
you
Ohio
the
State
information.
fan.
I gave you the information before that, like months before that, like a year before that, and then I told you what TJ and John said on their show.
No, I know, and I like those guys. Those guys are smart. I'm not discrediting what they say. I also think, do those guys have insiders at camp?
Yes, TJ does. Yes.
All right. Then I'll listen to him there. I need to listen to him more, evidently. I just felt like it wasn't fair because it wasn't a sample size to choose from. You don't know football. You don't know ball.
I told you.
You don't know ball.
I told you his throwing motion sucked a year ago.
It looks better now. I think no matter what was said before the season, all could be right, 100%. But you had the full year, and I got to imagine he had more reps than he would have got with JJ last year to improve and have an impact. Yeah. I thought when Alex Orji threw that interception, I was like, all right, we're going to see Davis. A little late in the game. I think it was the start of the fourth, end of the third. But it was a little late in the game. But I was like, all right, we're going to see him because we got to get something here. And they kept going with him, and it worked.
It didn't work. No. See, okay. No, continue. Because I'm going to give you guys some praise, and I'm going to be critical. But continue.
And then Jordan Marshall. Dog.
Yeah.
Which that was take Ben Hall. I don't say I'm wrong on him, but maybe Jordan Marshall's just that much better.
He is. And you know I like Ben Hall.
Ben Hall got enough opportunities, but boy, I think Jordan Marshall had 12 missed tackles in that game. Like broken tackles. Dog.
Less than 20 carries. That's impressive.
100 yards.
Yeah, that was impressive. And he got stronger as the game went on.
Yeah, so, he took some hits too.
Yeah, so did Bama.
True.
So did Bama.
What you got?
Let's start with praise.
Please.
Before that game, you said that based off that win, you were gonna base a lot of your feelings off that game about whether it be positive or negative
going into 2025.
Yes, saying. I think based off that game, there's reason to be positive.
Good. Yes.
Because I do believe Alabama is more talented than you guys. Again, I understand people you guys like to bring up that Michigan game. Even Josh Cohn, one of your quarterbacks, said it's like that game is pointless to bring up because it was just schematically Ohio State screwed themselves. But when it comes to Bama, I thought one of the original reasons why I had you guys win that game, and then you talked me out of it, but one of the original reasons why I had you guys win that game was I think Milrose sucks. I think their offensive line is big and slow. And you guys are very good on the defensive line and fast on the outside on the defensive line. And all you got to do is blitz Milroe. That's all you got to do. Blitz him. Just blitz him. So I knew going into that game that they were schematically just not going to beat you guys. But I do believe going to next year for the defense, that's something that you wanted to see. You had a lot of guys that didn't play that were struggling throughout the season here and there. They play very well, specifically on the back end. I'm talking about in the secondary. I thought Hill played very well in that game. I thought Zeke Berry played very well in that game. Barham looks really good off the edge. He looked really good off the edge instead of playing middle linebacker, because I just don't think he can play that position, kind of like CJ Hicks. So yeah, I thought that was very good for them. Also getting those guys back. But again, I don't believe your offense figured. You said your team figured something out. I don't think your offense figured anything out. Just the same way with the Ohio State game. I don't think the offense did anything to win that game. I think you guys won that. I think you guys won this Alabama game. A, because it's a bad matchup for Bama, but B, your defense is damn good, and Wink Martindale has progressed over the season as a defensive coordinator here in the college game. I was talking to some Texas fans, and they said, "Well, you lost Ohio State." I said, "Yeah, okay, whatever." But I'm like, the Michigan, he said, we blew them out. I told him, I said, that Michigan team that you played isn't the same one that you saw today. Why? And they said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Because defensively, that was a whole new defense for them. It came out. Who said it? Rob Moore said it. Not Rob Moore. It was the other safety.
Quinn Johnson.
Not Quinn Johnson. McCarr Page. He said the defense is different. So you're learning a new defense. Wink Martindale is trying to get acclimated to the college game. You got new stars all around. Will Johnson's in and out. Bro, that's not the defense you played all season. Yeah. So
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Real quick, I think you're right. If I ever said that Michigan, if you saw that offense and you said that's awesome, we figured it out, then I did not mean to say it that way. What I meant was
okay.
They get discredited, but at the end of the day, the time of possession has to count for something. And it was like 38. I had it up.
Oh,
okay. And they did enough to. It's not even. They did enough to essentially win the game, because the bar is so low for this offense. But we don't get that Frederick Moore touchdown, which, by the way, player prop on that, hit that.
Really nice.
Yep.
Nice.
I had player prop, a Frederick Moore touchdown, Jordan Marshall touchdown, Michigan money line, Michigan spread, and then Jordan Marshall never scored.
You made some money, boy. You made some money.
I did make some money. Yeah. And so yeah, but
ching.
I think the kids, man, Petri dishes. I do think the offensive line did progress a little bit, but we got a lot of new pieces next year. We lose a guard. If Al-Hadid doesn't come back, we lose 2 guards. We lose tackle. And then
that was something. Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you. That was something else I wanted to say. Boy, Andrew Sprague is a guy.
Yeah,
he's a guy.
There you go.
I thought he was gonna be. I thought he was actually one of the biggest pickup in your recruiting class the previous year. He looked good. He looks good. So did the other freshman played at right tackle. Evan, no, someone else.
Wait.
It was another lineman I thought someone else. I thought it was another freshman. Maybe it wasn't Link. He had a good game.
It was Lincoln, right?
Yeah, he had a decent
left
game.
tackle, I think.
But no, Andrew Sprague, man, he's a guy. He's gonna be really. He's gonna be a 3-year starter for you guys, 2 years if he's really good. But yeah.
Yeah, Sharon always says I think Sharon says this, but he says that freshmen will play sooner if you line up further from the football. Meaning that if you're an offensive lineman, you're likely not starting freshman year because there's so much to learn and to know.
Hard position, man.
Hard position. Whereas call it the opposite side. Receiver, easier. Cornerback, easier. Defensive
corner.
I would say.
I think
mentally corner's easier to play.
I think just as a position in general.
No, I know. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
But I'm saying between the years, I would say it takes, don't hear me right on this, it takes less than an interior defensive line.
Well, depending on what position, yes. If you're the center, yes. Outside of that, no.
All right. So we're going to win the Big Ten next year. probably get back on track. National championship.
You want to put a bet on that right now?
You don't want to put a bet. You don't want to put any money down.
I want to put 50 on it right now that you guys don't win the Big Ten.
Do I get odds, or do you want to go straight up?
Straight up. Put your balls on the table.
Why? Well, so now why would I do that? Why would I not just put that $50 and get? Are you
not confident?
Well, if I'm confident enough, I'd rather put it where I'm going to get better odds and not just get straight up. Money.
All right.
Right now, you're giving me minus 110. I can get what plus
a million. No, I mean, just real. I mean, we'll talk about after the season. I'm sure we'll talk about like depth charts and.
Oh, we got plenty of time.
Yeah. But no, listen, solid win.
Yep.
And I think it was a necessary win. One thing I also want to say, Sherrod Moore, dude, you can clearly see he's still trying to learn how to coach. What the hell did you call that timeout for?
Oh, at the third and one.
It's like every game he does some dip-ish stuff. Like I just.
Yeah, I think Sark did that too.
But he does it every game. Every game. So
you're just picking on him for the one bad thing.
No. I wish I'm not picking on him for the same bad thing. Me and Johnny Olden talked about it on his show, and he agrees.
No, it was a bad call.
The dude has multiple times this season. He has done things like that you can't explain. Like I still believe he's the worst head coach in college in Power 4 when it comes to challenging. He's still that. So it's just and listen, maybe it's growing pains. He's gonna learn from it. I'm sure he will.
Yep.
So
we all need off seasons to grow, my man. He'll get there.
Yep.
He's got one of the greatest football coaches to look up to. All right. You got
Notre Dame, Penn State. What do you have in that? By the way, I was laughing. I was talking to I think it was Johnny or TJ. It was a really fun cast, and he said this is like the worst college football playoff he could ever want.
It is, yeah. I think TJ tweeted that too. That all sucks.
It was TJ, yeah.
I hate all of you. That quote.
So who do you have in Notre Dame, Penn State?
I've got. So my heart says Notre Dame. My mind says Penn State.
My heart says Penn State. My mind says Notre Dame.
Okay.
I picked Penn State. I picked Penn State to win. That is subject to change tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know what the spread is on that, but
Notre Dame's the favorite by 1, I think.
I think the national champion plays Friday.
Yeah. Maybe. It's a good fight song. I forget, Bryce. You are like a, those few years in Texas, man, they really changed you. You're like a bandwagon for any Texas sport fan. When I lived in California, you didn't see me grasping onto UCLA and.
Yeah, I'm an Aggie, but for this week,
did you, Bryce? Good grief. Hey.
Put them horns. Go blue.
Hey. I guarantee you, though. Come our next episode. You don't know this, do you, Bryce?
I don't.
That boy's LeAngelo Ball. Whoa.
Last thing I want to do is
IO, baby.
Ball.